Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Got your gear.
Keep following the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
I have a problem staying grounded. I tend to put my guy on a pedestal. I don't want to do that, but I know my guy feels like I do sometimes. How do I take these rose-colored glasses off at the same time express how happy he makes me feel with all the things he does that makes me feel loved? Okay. So here's what I wrote down to the answer to this. The pedestal is only a problem if you're not putting yourself on the same level as him. The pedestal is only a problem if you are not also elevating yourself to the magnitude in which you see this man. So if you're feeling undeserving of this man's kindness, undeserving of his love, then that's an issue, because it will most likely translate to you compromising yourself in some way to keep this guy, or rejecting his love and kindness at some point because you don't feel like you can reciprocate and you feel guilty. I see that happen quite often with people that are feeling insecure, like they don't deserve the partner that they're with. Having a crush on your partner is awesome, and it's highly recommended. So on one level, I can understand that having rose-colored glasses on when you see somebody could be dangerous if you don't know them, because it could have you delete and distort red flags and have you stay in something longer than you than is healthy. So I'll say that is true. But then on the other side of things, having rose-colored glasses on when you see your partner, if you trust them, what it does is it offers a lens of generosity, right? You're seeing the positive intentions behind them, even when maybe they're communicating, their communication isn't working for you. You're still in touch with the deeper goodness of who that person is. So I don't know if you need to take these rose-colored glasses off. Is it causing problems in your relationship currently? If so, what are those specific problems that you having rose-colored glasses are causing on your partner? Because from my standpoint, if I put myself in the shoes of your man and I imagine being seen with this kind of generosity that you're seeing the person, and you are feeling that you're really happy in the way that love, like, I want to hear that, and I think that's a really beautiful thing. I don't think there's a problem here. You might feel ungrounded, especially if you've just been dating this guy under a year. I think that's pretty normal. You guys sound like you're in the honeymoon phase. Staying grounded in this too.
Yo, he's dropping some jewels. I appreciate the perspective. Very interesting perspective. You're listening to the Voice of Reason on KBLA Talk 1580. Before I get to Attila on the phone lines, I just want to give a quick shout out to Justin Troy. My brother is in California State prison at Cochrane. He been sending me letters, man. This is like the third or fourth letter I've gotten from him. And I just wanted to acknowledge him and thank him for listening to the Voice of Reason on KBLA Talk 1580. Brother, keep your head up. Stay clean. Do the work you got to do and get out, brother. Appreciate the letters, man. Thank you. Troy, or that's Justin Troy. We appreciate those letters. Seriously. Now, back to Atala. Atala, let me get your final thought on tonight's topic.
Well, I don't really have much left to say, to be honest. I think the last clip, for example, is a really good example of what it is that we want in terms of secure love. And what's interesting is that even though the woman seems like she may have had insecurity in that situation, and I can understand that as a fearful avoidant, because you do feel a little weird in that type of situation. He still made sure to kind of reassure her in the sense that, you know, provided that everything is going well, there is no problem. And I guess my question to that would be, what do you do when there is no problem?
Or what do you do?
We're so used to problems.
Yeah, It's heavy. No, I'm 100% with you, man. I'm 100% with you. Atala, straight fire, as usual. You already know what it is. I'm just going to ask one question. What did you just do?
I brought Houston in the building.
Yeah. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me, 1-800-920-1580. We got John, Mountain View, Hawaii in the building. John, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Aloha. Greetings and blessings, chat. Blessings to you, Zoe, for doing what you do. But my perspective on this is very awkward. First off,
here we go.
How do you control chaos?
Talk to me.
The simple fact is, everything is leaning in a chaotic way, and yet at the same time, we are building a life in it. So for those of us who are taking the viewpoints of this show, sure, why not? It may be a fetish, it may not be a fetish. It may be the simple fact that we're on survival mode and we still have yet to step away from that. But at the same time, you trusted the human being that you doggone slept with to have a child, and yet you didn't know you were still supporting the individual that you now hate and don't want to be with.
Come on, man. Keep going.
The simple fact is you think it's a fetish? You think it can't be proven? Look at a woman at her job.
What do you mean?
Funny how she can doggone capitulate to everything that goes on in that workplace as long as the dollar's being provided.
Ooh-wee. But men do that too, right?
You know, I always try to keep it balanced, bro.
Yes.
Because the simple fact that a man being put in that position to doggone take control of some kind of responsibility, we still won't go within the confines of himself and pull out the measures and the depths and the equivalent of your own payment to you. How are you going to avoid all of these different things and the chaos that you're fighting outside, you won't even fight within? Simply put, thank you, Lord, for allowing the madness to go on so I could seek peace.
Man, John, John, I listen, these conversations, I believe, are crucial. And how I keep my ear to the street, you know, there are young people listening to this show, and there are young people who are contributing topics to this show. And that's why it's so important, right, to me, because that means these topics are right on the heartbeat, right on the pulse of what young folks are thinking about, right, and how they navigate, you know, intimate relationships. This is deep to be seen as a fetish, right? Like, I don't know if this society lends itself to emotional development to the point where there's this space where I start to embrace me, the real me, right? What I'm about. And so everything, because it's not set up that way, is there's this go out and succeed. And when you succeed, the people will capitulate, both professionally and relationally. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, of course they will. Again, this is a very sick society that believes in all of those truths to be self-evident. Again, a court system that tells you the woman deserves the child and the pay that the man is supposed to go out there and get. Are we still at war with one another, or do I still got to go to a battlefield to prove that I'm just a man? Wow. And in the manhood of proving it, I'm going to die someday.
Wow.
And I might even be dying in your presence. Will you acknowledge that? And since I'm dying, where you think you going? Somebody's still got to put up the fight. Is it going to be you? And let's just take that a step deeper in the soul. Fight has always been going on, and that's where everything surrounding you has been pointing you to.
Wow.
Don't pick up your running shoes and take off today.
Hey, John Gilbreth, what did you just do, brother?
Shared a moment and brought Mountain View into the house. God bless you all.
Man, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, John. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me. 1-800-920-1580. Let's keep these calls rolling. Reverend L, Dallas, Texas. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic? Reverend, where we at, L? Brother L. There you go.
I'm here. Can
All
you hear
right.
me?
Yes, we can hear you, brother. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Oh, man. I was listening earlier, bro, and I just want to dip on that part about the money and the narcissistic person. So, okay, so let's take it a different route. Your information and your knowledge and everybody's knowledge on this panel is pretty much the same. We want to better ourselves, become better individuals. But you also have people that use the information that we have and share with each other for evil. So there's a lot of men out here that use their money to lead with to fuel their narcissistic behavior. So that's what they use to get ahead. Now on the flip side of it is women out there that want that, because the man, he knows that money is expendable. I don't care about throwing $300, $400, $500 at you. They don't care. But the woman, she really doesn't care either. But they're gonna feed off of each other to feed those needs. So when people from the outside, like ourselves, we see this, it's like, man, that's a toxic situation. Or that's a bad situation. We don't want that. But it's easy to get caught up in that, especially when you may be short of resources, or you may be putting your heart into somebody that's really not completely into you the same way. And we look at it like, oh, well, the HOEs are winning, or all the narcissistic men are winning. So we got to be cautious and make sure that we stay true to ourselves and don't get caught up in this mix.
My goodness. Did you mean to do this when you called in, brother?
I did, because I see it every day. We get so caught up in the social media life. The man, listen, I'm just gonna tell you, man. I got friends all over the place and everything, and social media things look good. But when you talk to somebody and you really know this person and they hurting behind the scenes, it hurts me to see that they're living a lie, and you're being in situations, or you're dealing with some man, or you're dealing with some woman that you really don't want to deal with, and you're putting up with stuff that you don't necessarily have to do, but you're doing that to survive. And that's not what's up.
Let me ask you this question. Are things, qualities like mutual respect, mutual consideration, mutual cooperation, love, empathy, nurturing, care, are all of these things for sale? Meaning, you have to show me, and this is going both ways. This is bi-directional. Man to woman, woman to man, right? For different reasons, of course. you have to show me that I am going to be secure, not only emotionally, but financially. Not only financially, but psychologically, before I can give those high quality aspects of myself. Are those things for sale, so to speak?
Absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely for sale. And that because again, they're looking at right now. They're looking at right now. I need to eat right now. I need to make somebody feel like they love me right now. And some of these things take some time. It's fortitude. They don't have that. They don't look for the future. They're looking for right now. So I don't care about if he disrespect me right now. He paying my rent, or he deal with these other chicks, or vice versa. It's temporary. And you know what? And once it's temporary, they feel like in a few weeks or a few months later, oh, he gonna go on about his business anyway, or she gonna go on about her business anyway. I just find the next victim. I'm good at my game. I'm good at my schemes. It ain't right, but they get better and better at it.
This is heartbreaking. Is that what I'm just saying? This is heartbreaking. You think that's the norm, or is that like some little sequestered small group of people that, you know?
It's a third. I say it's a third. It's probably a third of us, and I'm saying us. It's probably a third of us because we get caught up in it. And the thing is, though, I'll tell you this. It used to be the young people. It used to be the young people that would be caught up in, oh, they're just young. They'll figure it out and all this other stuff. But, man, we got 40-year-olds that are perfected the BS, and they're not going to never get off of it. So, like I said, everything that you're giving and putting out here, they listen to it, but they ain't going to apply it. And it's okay if they don't apply it. They heard it, but if they use it for the wrong reasons, then that's not what's up.
Wow, brother. Guess what you just did, my friend?
Brought Dallas, Texas in the building.
Come on, Texas is in the building big time. Listen, if you want to bring your city in the building, now's the time to do it. You better get ready because you already know who coming up next. Out of Indianapolis, our brother, your brother, the wittiest witticism master in the game, Ronan. When we come forward, let's get it.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Tavis is like George and Wheezy. He's moving on up. Last year, Tavis was number 45 on the Talkers Magazine list of the 100 most important radio talk show hosts in America. Wait for it. Wait for it. The 2024 list was recently released, and Tavis has jumped to number 33 on the list of the nation's most important talkers, making him the highest-ranked African-American on the coveted roster. Congratulations to Tavis Smiley from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580. We've got you black.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play something, Grandma.
...became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Ooh, I'm so ready for this weekend away with my girl.
Hey, hit the road. How about some free gas?
Free gas? How?
Try new Febreze car for some serious freshness, and you can win gas for a full year. Visit Febreze.com to learn more.
Say less.
You may not win, but you're gonna have a fresh smelling whip.
Thanks, DJ Fresh. Now how about some music?
Hey, yo, this next one goes out to new Febreze car for giving you a chance to win free gas.
La, 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 la.
No purchase necessary. Must be 18 to enter in 73124 for rules and how to enter. Visit Febreze.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. Pro Football Hall of Famer and urban peace pioneer Jim Brown believed in just that. So he founded the Amera I Can Foundation for Social Change in 1988, focusing on at-risk and high-risk youth in underserved schools and juvenile detention facilities, as well as adult incarceration and reentry initiatives. The core of the Amera I Can program is its 15-chapter life skills curriculum. Mastery of these skills allows individuals to meet their academic potential, conform their behavior to acceptable societal standards, and improve the quality of their lives by equipping them with what they need to confidently and successfully contribute to society. Today, the foundation is led by its president, Monique Brown, who has been actively involved in the organization for more than 25 years. The Amera I Can Foundation continues its work in memory of its founder, actor, philanthropist, and NFL legend Jim Brown. To get involved or make a donation, please visit AmeriICanCommunity.partners. That's AmeriICanCommunity.partners. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
You good, T-Minus? Niggas been counting me out. I'm counting my bullets, I'm loading my clips, I'm writing down names, I'm making a list, I'm checking it twice and I'm getting them hit. The real ones been dying, the fake ones is lit. The game is off balance, I'm back on my The Bentley is dirty, my sneakers is dirty, but that's how I like it. You all on my dick, I'm all in my bag, as hard as it get. I do not snort powder, I might take a sip, I might hit the blunt, but I'm liable to trip. I ain't popping no pill, but you do as you wish. I roll with some fiends, I love them to death. I got a few mil, but not all of them rich. What good is the bread if my is broke? What good is first class if my can't sit? That's my next mission, that's why I can't quit. Just like LeBron, get my more chips. Just put the rollie right back on my wrist. This watch came from Drizzy, he gave me a gift. Back when the rap game was praying like this. To act like two legends cannot coexist. But I never beef with it for nothing. If I smoke a rapper, it's gonna be legit. It won't be for clout, it won't be for fame. It won't be cause my shit ain't selling the same. It won't be to sell you my latest little sneakers. It won't be cause some slid in my lane. Everything grows, it's destined to change. I love you little niggas, I'm glad that you came. I hope that you scrape every dollar you came. I hope you know money won't erase the pain. To the OGs, I'm thanking you now. Was watching you when you was paving the ground. I copied your cadence, I mirrored your style. I studied the greats, I'm the greatest right now.
I will say this. Money does impact relationships. We don't even have to like pretend that it doesn't. I'm not going to say what somebody should and shouldn't have, but being broke affects you mentally anyway. So being in a relationship and you're broke, your partner's broke, y'all both broke, y'all here struggling, it impacts your relationship. So that is it. But I will say, as far as Lil Duval saying that the bar is set so high, I think that bar is only set on social media, because everybody I know in real life is settling for a lot less than what they're talking about on social media. So I think it may be, that may be something that we just see a lot, but in real life, these girls are settling for less than what they saying. So they might get on there like, oh yeah, you got to give me a Birkin. She got a Coach in real life. There's nothing wrong with Coach, but what I'm saying is they're not actually getting that in real life to even be acting like.
Well, then my question is to you, Aaron Ray, why do these women act like they deserve?
Come on, my goodness. Oh, you cleaned it up so we can keep going. All right, let's go. Come on.
Can't afford them just as well as them. He not good enough for them. Why can't folks just sit in the hood and be happy together? What happened to those days? Yeah.
Those days is dead. But what I will say is, make it till they make it. They've been doing that forever. They ain't just start. So if I'm always talking about, I think everybody's big on law of attraction and manifestation and all these different things these days. If I pretend that I'm this and that, eventually somebody's gonna come along and they're gonna give me this. So all these girls getting their bodies done, thinking I'm gonna get my body done. I'm about to give me a rich. He about to give me this, this status goes. But she got her body done. She can't afford to live in real life. So she ain't find that baller, because a lot of these scammers, it look good. What homeless used to look like back in the day, it look a lot different today.
Ooh. Oh no, we on fire tonight. The Voice of Reason. I don't play with the topics, and the topics don't play with me. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. The modern valorization, yes, valorization of marriage as a security mechanism raises critical questions about the authenticity of emotional connections. Society's emphasis on relational security may inadvertently overshadow the essence of genuine intimacy, leading to transactional exchanges where safety becomes a commodity. 1-800-920-1580. Krishnamurti's piercing critique on societal conditioning invites us to question the narratives that shape our perceptions of marriage and relational security, urging us to seek deeper truths within ourselves that are beyond societal constructs. Man, this is deep. As we delve deeper into the psychological and the philosophical dimensions of love, Diotima's insights in Plato's Symposium offers a profound reflection on the nature of this enigmatic emotion. Love, with its paradoxical elements of abundance and lack, challenges us to reevaluate our goals and priorities, disrupting our preconceived notions of relational harmony. This means to an end theory in psychology sheds light on the utilitarian approach to relationships, highlighting the transactional nature that often underpins modern love dynamics. The utilitarian. You got to be of use to me in order to be with me, in order to experience love from me, in order to unlock the intimacy in me. I'm going to tell people right now, go get that book, or go read the poem. I always send people to this poem on love by Khalil Gibran. And just like in Plato's Symposium, Khalil Gibran talks about the dual nature of love in his poem on love. Right? We'll read a little bit after these callers. Let me get my callers in here real quick. We've got Kenny from Detroit, Michigan. What up, though?
What up, though? I didn't know I was going to be on this quick, but what's going on with
Nah, because I got Ronan's. I already know Ronan need to spread out. I got it set up for Ronan to spread out. So come on in, brother.
It's all good. My personal opinion about fetishizing in relationships, I feel like it's the key. It's actually, in my opinion, the key to attraction. You know, we carry desires. You know, we carry on, you know, our connection. That's where our attraction comes from. Without that, how do we even attract each other? You know what I mean? I had a few different things to speak on. Plato's.
Wait, stay with me. I got to carry you forward. Just stay with me. When we come forward, we going back to Detroit.
I'm loading my clips, I'm writing down names, I'm making a list, I'm checking it twice and I'm getting them hit. The real ones been dying, the fake ones is lit. The game is off balance, I'm back on my The Bentley is dirty, my sneakers is dirty, but that's how I like it, you all on my dick. I just poured something in my cup. I've been wanting something I can feel. Promise I am never letting up. Money in your palm don't make you real. Foot is on their neck, I got them stuck. I'ma give them something they can feel.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Doug Davis with the latest from the Black Information Network. Families affected by police brutality and community activists are demanding reforms after the tragic police-involved shooting of Sonia Massey, who was black, in her Illinois home. On Saturday, a rally took place outside Chicago Police Headquarters where organizers stood in solidarity with the Massey family, calling for justice and systemic change. Vice President Kamala Harris has been holding meetings with 3 candidates to be her running mate, including Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro. The vice president was is also scheduled to meet Sunday with Democratic Senator Mark Kelly of Arizona and Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota. Harris is expected to announce her VP on Tuesday. The Chattanooga, Tennessee community is mourning the death of former councilman and civil rights icon Moses Freeman. Mayor Kelly says Chattanooga is a better place thanks to Freeman's lifetime of service. And that is the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Need better hot water? Water Heaters Only makes replacing your water heater easy. With one call and great pricing, Water Heaters Only can have you back in hot water the same day, within hours of your call. Visit waterheatersonly.com. That's waterheatersonly.com.
Follow the leader. KBLA Talk 1580. Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcasts of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Got your black.
Follow the leader.
Oh my God. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Tips to help improve basic steps for building a budget in 2024. Building a budget can help you achieve and reach your financial goals. With a budget, you can keep track of your spending, avoid and get out of debt, limit overspending, pay bills on time, and build solid savings habits. What's the best way to get started? Figure out how much to set aside for expenses, like rent, mortgage, bills, groceries, and entertainment. Understanding your past financial habits can help you make the proper adjustments for your budget. Adjusting to a budget can take time as you work to find the right balance, but keep working on it. For more financial health tips, visit chase.com or stop by a local branch. This segment is sponsored by J.P. Morgan Chase & Company.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA reminds you that when we fight, we win, and we don't black down. LA Community Action Network, or LA CAN, was formed in 1999 when 25 residents of downtown LA came together and acknowledged the problems that existed in their community and made a commitment to do something about those problems, to stand together, organize, and become a force in the community that demands change. Civil rights and preventing the criminalization of poverty are their core projects. In addition, they take on women's rights, the human right to housing, and healthy food access. LA CAN also has projects focused on economic development, civic participation, voter engagement, and community media. While downtown LA remains their home base, with a particular emphasis on the Skid Row community, in 2007, they expanded their housing and healthy food access work into South Central Los Angeles. LA CAN believes that power for low-income people and people of color is achieved through a large, active, and well-informed member base that utilizes a multitude of methods to advance their messages and goals. If you'd like to join the Los Angeles Community Action Network and organize people to fight back against oppression, please visit cangress.org. That's cangress.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
If we're the ones disproportionately impacted by these climate catastrophes,
Why should we be silent?
turning up the volume all year long on the climate conversation for KBLA Talk 1580.
You know where you want to go in life, and City National Bank can help. City National knows the dedication it takes to build your vision for the future into a reality, and our team is here for you. We have a wide range of options to help, from personal savings accounts to interest-bearing money market savings accounts and more, all designed to help you get where you want to go. City National, here for every stage of the journey. Learn more at cnb.com. City National Bank is a subsidiary of Royal Bank of Canada, member FDIC.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us for a book party celebrating The Covenant with Black America 20 years later. Almost 2 decades ago, the Covenant book, compiled and edited by Tavis Smiley, climbed to #1 on the New York Times bestsellers list and stayed there for weeks. The first book by a Black-owned publisher to achieve such a feat. The urgency of the issues that matter most to black fellow citizens has only intensified, especially in this critical election year. On Wednesday evening, August 14th, 6 to 9 p.m., come meet Tavis Smiley alongside Covenant contributors including Cornel West, Connie Rice, Mark Ridley Thomas, Elisa Orduna, Tyrone Howard, and Melina Abdullah as they sign copies of The Covenant with Black America 20 years later. You can purchase your books on site and get them autographed. That's Wednesday evening, August 14th, 6 to 9 p.m. in the city of Los Angeles. Admission is free, but you must register at KBLA1580.com. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Why you acting like a know that I'm around for you either way it go. Tell me, girl, why you be stressing me for time? When you tell me you love me, can't you see I'm trying to climb? Yeah, man, well, why you acting like a if you scared to take a chance, how the fuck we gon' get rich? Come here, baby, why you always insecure? Hold on tight to it and be sure. Yeah, ain't no way around it no more. I am the greatest. Lot of them set on the throne. I am the latest. I am the bravest. Go toe to toe with the giants. I ain't afraid of you. Silent of fading you. So before it's all said and done, this nigga need better son. My Uzi it weighed a ton. I need me a better gun. In fact, I just might need two. Cause niggas say they the one, and I got something to prove. Forgive me, Lord, here they come. Blah. Well, why you acting like a know that I'm a ride for you either way it go. Tell me, girl, why you be stressing me for time? When you tell me you love me.
Today, let me begin by asking you a question. What is security? What makes you feel safe in the world? What is security for you? It's a very important question. Okay, so for me, the definition of security is knowing where your boundaries are. And the topic of boundaries is so important, and I feel it's underestimated because really it reaches into every area in your life. And once you start paying attention to your boundaries, then you will see that really you don't have good boundaries. You don't have clear boundaries with yourself, with other people, and you don't know how to communicate boundaries. So, ta-da! Here am I. I have been studying boundaries excessively because I've been discovering so much about it. And this information I'm going to give you today, you won't find it anywhere else. And actually, I'm going to make another video. My next video is going to be about how to communicate boundaries, because we are not taught the language, and we feel bad about having boundaries. We feel bad about stepping into our personal power, because having boundaries means, we feel like we can upset people, or sometimes we lose people. We can lose friends, we can lose family. There's blood sometimes. No, but seriously, it's really uncomfortable to be in your boundaries and to communicate your boundaries, because we want to be nice, we want to be loved. So, boundaries. What happens when we don't have boundaries? When we don't have boundaries, it shows up in our life like we get angry and irritated. These negative emotions. They don't come because there's something wrong with people around us. If you really, truly look into what's going on, every time when we feel angry or irritated with people, it's because they crossed our boundaries. But they actually didn't cross our boundaries. We let them to cross our boundaries. People often have no idea what our boundaries are because we don't communicate them well. So, as I said, I've been studying boundaries and this topic so much. I've led workshops on boundaries, and it's like one of the best topic to talk about, because really you can be focusing.
Man, she's on fire. She's cooking. And she's right in alignment with tonight's topic. And again, it's time for our callers to speak. I got to get Kenny from Detroit back in here. He was making some salient points. I would like to get the rest of them. Please finish your thought, my brother.
Brother Zoe, hey, the counselor or therapist, whoever she was, she said we overstepped boundaries. I think love, if we're speaking of love is boundless. There shouldn't be any boundaries to love. But just to try to pull my everything together, I like what Socrates said when he said that love is neither entirely beautiful or entirely ugly. Study.com speaks on, and I quote, Plato's theory of forms. And it says that, so what are these forms? According to Plato, the forms are abstract, perfect, unchanging concepts or ideals that transcend time and space. They exist in a realm of forms. Even though the forms are abstract, that doesn't mean they are not real. Basically like the chair is the chair. Mm-hmm. Love is love, whether it's ugly, beautiful, hard.
Come on.
Whatever. Love is love. And another one with Mark 9:38 through 41, Paul said to, the teacher said, John, we saw someone driving out demons in your name, and we told him to stop because he was not one of us. Do not stop him, Jesus said, for no one who does a miracle in my name can in the next moment say anything bad about me. For whoever is not against us is for us, and it ties into love. Mm-hmm. Whatever, if it's not against us, it's for us. Love is love.
Right. Now,
we have to identify.
You on to something really big here, because yesterday in the master class, which was amazing, we pulled up Dr. David R. Hawking's consciousness grid, and at the very top, right, a word was used to describe that level of consciousness, and that particular word was ineffable, meaning beyond words, no words. God is ineffable. To me, God and love are synonymous. So when you say, so you're right in sync. Plato and them, they were kind of close. Love is not good. It's not bad in that sense. It's not, it's not dual. It's pervasive. And what happens is when you get hurt, duality steps into play. Why? Because pain equals retreat or fight or freeze. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's the good and bad of it. This does not feel good. Let me either freeze because I might get eaten and consumed. Let me fight because I'm afraid, or let me flee, right? There's that kind of traumatic response. And where there's a where there's a wound, there's going to be this desire to protect it. So most people try to go into relationships doing what? Getting the most they can get out of it without triggering themselves, without triggering any wounds. They want the good of love. They don't want the tumultuous times of love. They don't want that. And when they happen, they try to get themselves out of it as quickly as possible. You're on to something, Kenny, and I'm glad that you shared those Bible verses. For the people that were listening, what are those verses again?
That's Mark 9:38 and 39.
Loved every minute of it. Hey, Kenny, guess what you just did?
Boy, Detroit in the building.
You already know Detroit is in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, you know the deal. When I come forward, here we go. Let me just put him on real quick. Say hi. What's up, Ron?
Yeah.
I already know you about to act a complete fool. So I just wanted to make sure. That we had space and grace for the brother's sermon that he's about to deliver, not from the mountain of olives, but from the mountain of cherries he's about to give us. Oh, Lord. When we come forward, we going to Indianapolis. Let's get it.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
With reported hate crimes rising in recent years, California has responded through outreach efforts across state government and in collaboration with community-based organizations for the launch of CA versus Hate. This non-emergency, multilingual hate crime and incident reporting hotline provides an anonymous reporting option for victims and witnesses of hate acts, reported in 15 different languages through the online portal and in over 200 languages when calling the hotline. Report anonymously by calling 833-866-4283, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or online at any time at cavshate.org.
Looks like Bobby needs a ride again.
Grab the keys.
Let's take our auntie to the swap meet.
Grab the keys.
Whether you're giving rides or hauling gear, do it all in a Chevy SUV. Head to your local Chevy dealer, where well-qualified buyers get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Malibu, Colorado, Blazer, Equinox, Trailblazer, and Traverse limited models. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
1.9% APR for 36 months. Monthly payment is $28.60 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 15.8% must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 7/1/24.
And now Martha Stewart for Skechers. When I make a dish or embark on a craft project, I always use the finest, most fabulous ingredients and materials. Which is why, when it comes to footwear, I love Skechers. Because Skechers is the comfort technology company and uses the most luxurious, innovative materials and designs to make wondrously comfortable footwear with all the fits and features like Arch Fit and Skechers' world-famous air-cooled memory foam. It's exactly the way I'd make shoes.
Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
My intuition is telling me there'll be better days. Yeah. My intuition is telling me there'll be better days. I like this tone. Yeah. My intuition is telling me there'll be better days. I sit in silence and find whenever I meditate, my fears alleviate, my tears evaporate, my faith don't deviate, ideas don't have a date. But see, I'm growing and getting stronger with every breath, bringing me closer to heaven's doors with every step. As we speak, I'm at peace, no longer scared to die. Most don't believe in God, and so they terrified. It's either that or they be fearing they gon' go to hell. Asking the Father for forgiveness got them overwhelmed. As if he's spiteful, like them white folks that control the jail. See, I believe if God is really never judge a man, because he knows us all and therefore he would understand the ignorance to make him take his brother's life, the bitterness and pain that got him beaten.
Beautiful day, unlimited sparkle. You're watching Live Unbound and Live Kisper. And let's talk about something that's really worth talking about, and that's our worth. Because almost every time when we feel stopped or limited, or we feel some fear, deep inside is a deep feeling that we are feeling unworthy somehow, that we are not good enough. We want something, but we're just not good enough. And so today I want to invite you on looking at this a little differently, and how do we really find that self-worth? Because self-worth, what is it? When you think about it, we think that we have to be in a certain way, we have to do something to be, to have that value. But self-worth...
I just wanted to play a piece of that little clip, because self-worth is definitely important to how we view our partner. If we have self-worth, I believe we attract the worthy. And if they're worthy, and we can see it in their spirit, we won't reduce them down to an automaton. As Bruce Lee would say, a mechanical man, a robotic man. Heavy stuff. My brother is on the line. Here we go. Here we go. Let me get out your way. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic? Ronan from Indianapolis.
Okay, so as far as the topic, where it says like provision, when most people, and who to apply to, most people are courting you for your utility to be a platonic procrastinator.
What? What do you mean?
This is what I mean. So if you really love somebody like you love yourself, you won't be that one to co-sign the lie they're living.
Ooh, here we go. Come on.
So when you love somebody, you know that person's not perfect. You challenge each other to work on things. The ones who want you to sit there and court their lie they're living, they can never truly love you because they're married to the negative narrative that they have and they're ran by. So they say, well, I need you to provide a level of Social Security. So I need you to protect the lie I'm living as far as like when people see you with me, they say, I found somebody in spite of what I refuse to fix.
Wait a minute. They done hired a wound security guard in the brown outfit that be on Martin. Yeah. Come on, keep going.
Or take me to this new place because I want to find a new place without fixing the old me.
They done hired Otis for wound security. Keep going.
Yeah. So, or same thing with a guy. He'll allow himself to be a fetish because, like, he'll lay down with a chick, but he won't lay down his standards to stand up for something for himself. So when you allow someone to court you like that, all you're doing is just auditioning to be each other's liar. So when you lay down with each other, you're comfortable with the lie for a while until after a while, when you leave that person, now instead of being a significant other, now they'll be your convenient scapegoat.
They're not significant others. They're convenient scapegoats.
Yeah.
Come on, Robert.
So if you think about it, if anything, they're not looking to be, they're not looking to improve themselves nor you, because like when you love somebody, it requires growth. It requires digging deep in the dirt and pulling the best out of each other. But when you got other people like we see out here say, you got to do this, that, and that for me, you got to be this little personal taskmaster to basically court their wounds. So basically you just treating each other's wounds every now and then, but you're still cutting each other and yourselves by lying to each other and themselves.
Ronan, have you been thinking about this for a while? Because is it just, did you have time to write notes? Where is it coming from, brother?
Actually, it's from personal experience because, like, at a time, I ran into relationships that were cosmetic. And the thing is, like, you're too busy trying to hide from yourself or hide from the trauma, like, say, I got somebody, but then you don't even have yourself. So, and the same thing is, like, if they've been abandoned as a child, they'll, use you as that surrogate until you've outlived your usefulness or you push too hard to be better. Now all of a sudden the fights happen.
See, stop it, Ronan. Listen, I've been through it too.
Yeah.
I don't want to be used as like the human version of the rose. I don't want. Do you understand? I don't want to be a tool to get you off.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Listen.
Yeah.
I'm a human being, and I deserve to be flawed in the presence of another flawed person. I can't just be of service to you. Do you understand? Right. And I think that's the big piece right there. Like, in order to be in a relationship with someone, this is why this is very important. I'm going to throw it back to you, Ronan.
Okay.
You got to master the relationship with self, right?
Yes.
You got to master relationship with self, because if you don't master the relationship with self, you're going to be looking for tools to fill the gaps that only you can feel from within, right? So what do you mean?
Exactly.
Have you heard people say this dude is a tool? He's just a tool. Have you ever felt like a tool in a relationship, Ronan?
Yes, I have. And knowing the thing is, like, you're used for a specific job versus, like, the both of you becoming a phoenix, where you have to basically work on yourselves to, like, when you burn certain things away, both of you can fly to your appointed destination together.
Ronan, you know what I'm going to ask you.
I brought Indianapolis back to the building.
Come on, Ronan. This whole Ronan segment, I knew he needed space to breathe. Ronan, you brought Indianapolis in the building, man. Man, oh, man, and Shevitz. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. I've been saying it for a long time, and it's real. It's real. It's real. The real work of relationship is self-work. I've given you philosopher after philosopher. Dr. David R. Hawkins, Robert Anton Wilson, Wayne Dyer, Ross Rosenberg, Babette Rothschild, Krishnamurti, Pema Chandran. I done given you so many examples from so many different spaces just to let you know that all the higher philosophical, spiritual, conscious folks are tapped into the same thing. Relationship is a mirror. That mirror is reflecting back to you, right? Your internal curriculum. That is the spiritual purpose for relating, right? That's what it's for. And sometimes it's messy. It's nonlinear. Sometimes it's a little clunky, right? But your job is to say, well, how does this clunkiness or this messiness, right? How does this cause me to respond? Am I responding or am I reacting? How am I showing up in this clunkiness? That is why it happens in a nonlinear way. And what happens is we get so focused on what we want and what we need, we become users and manipulators through control. I need this particular outcome to be as close to guaranteed as possible. I told you, most people can't live in uncertainty. This is why Krishnamurti had a worldwide hit in the book called Freedom from the Known. Even if our known is toxic, we'd rather have that because that's where a piece of our identity lives. This is who we are. This is what raised us. This is what we modeled. Do you see? So in speaking on tonight's topic, man, I need somebody to show up that will be a means to an end so I ain't got to do it from within. Say it again, so. I need somebody to show up to be a means to an end so I don't have to do it from within. You got to make me feel safe in order for me to be intimate, in order for me to open up, in order for me to flower. I'm telling you, the new psychology gets better every year. Every year we're going to get a breakthrough. Every year we're going to get a breakthrough. And what we thought was the truth will finally be deemed as not the truth. All truth is in you. If God is in you, how is it that your source of safety is outside of you? Oh, okay, cool. Listen, I started the conversation. Guess what it's up to you to do? Finish it. Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, started the week off strong yet again. Tomorrow, we're going to do it one more time with another fire topic. I appreciate everybody. Deuces.
I was previously down for, replaced by freak. I am currently down for. You see, I peeped it. It's power. That proud feeling we get knowing that is ours. And how it feels to feel that feeling you feeling when you be drilling that. Got a saying you be killing that. And all the pain the world caused, she be healing that.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Mike Moore. Here's the latest from the Black Information Network.